June 25th. I'm off to the newest day of rock walking here on these trails full of broken rocks, which I'm already very sick of. My feet are still very bruised from yesterday, so it's obviously not going to get any better today. I've seen comments that say they're like this all day, so I just got to settle in and get used to it, I guess. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to try for 18 miles today. I don't have to go 18 miles. I'm just going to try to do that. That'll put me about 4 miles from Port Clinton. And since I can't find a place to stay there, I'm just going to walk into town during the day, do my shopping, and try to walk back out. And that hasn't changed since yesterday. I kept trying to look last night for options, different options, but there is none. And then after that, there's just a couple small towns until the state line. So for the next week, I really don't have a whole lot of options. There's a lot of nothing. So the next week looks like I'm going to be roughing it pretty good. A couple small towns, I'll be able to buy some snacks and things like that. But really, maybe one hostel in 3 or 4 days from now. So that's about it. Not looking good. So I'm just going to go to Walmart tomorrow, really stock up, and hope that between that and some of these little small towns, I can get enough food to get me into New Jersey. But man, this last 100 miles of Pennsylvania is tough, rock-wise and town-wise. But it's just harder than I'm used to. So, I mean, it's not like I'm not going to be able to get food. It's just not easy. I'm going to end up probably spending more money to get to a town than I will on actual food in the town, if that's what it comes to. But we'll just see how it goes. For right now, I'm just worried about getting through the day and these wonderful rocks massaging my feet. Feels so good. So it is 12:30. I just took my lunch break at this little stream, and I'm glad I checked my app because I have 9 more miles to go tonight, which isn't bad, but there's no water between here and where I'm stopping. And then tomorrow morning, there's no water until I get into town, which is another 4.5 miles. So I stocked up on water. Hopefully I got enough. I've got 3 liters that I'm carrying with me, so that should be enough. But now I've got to carry all that water weight. But like I said, I should have just enough. So it's 5 o'clock, and I made it to the campsite I wanted to go to. It's 18.5 miles from where I started. I'm down to about 1.5 liters of water, and there's no water here, so water's still going to be tight. But I should have just a little bit left in the morning to get me into town. Well, actually, I don't even have to go into the city. I have to go to a pavilion that's 2.5 miles from here. And then there's a free shuttle that'll pick hikers up and take us into town. So I only have to go 2.5 miles. But on the way, I go down 1,000 feet in less than a mile, which is one of the biggest drops on the AT. So hopefully that won't be too bad. I mean, it's downhill and it's in the morning, so sometimes downhills are hard, but I'm hoping that one will be fairly easy because it's morning and I have lots of energy. Right now, my feet are just throbbing. Someone put a nice little totem pole there. Yeah, my feet are really hurting from walking on these rocks all day. And I know it doesn't get any better from here to the state line. So I know I've said this before, I gotta get used to it, but it definitely hurts. I'm kind of amazed I went this far today. And I even have a little view here, not much of a view, but there's a little bit. I might sit out here and eat my dinner tonight. June 26th, and it's 7:30 and I'm leaving camp. Just got to go the 2.5 miles down to Port Clinton to get picked up by the Cabela's free shuttle. And they're taking us to Cabela's, which is the biggest Cabela's in the world. Supposedly, it's over 250,000 square feet. So I'm kind of actually excited to go see the place. And we get to go around town because everything is right there. And then it brings us back to the trail. So I should be able to get everything done that I wanted to get done today and get a free ride in and out of town. And then still get to put in some miles. Although it is going to be really hot today, so we'll have to see exactly how many miles I do, but I'm just happy to get into town and get my stuff done. So I'll show you some pictures when I get there. So I'm coming down that steep hill that they said is one of the toughest on the AT, and I didn't believe them. But at least here at the back half, the bottom half is very steep, and there's no stairs, so you just kind of have to slide down this gravel and hope you don't wipe out. It's a good thing it's dry today, otherwise I'd be definitely sliding down the hill. I'm just glad I'm not going up. This would take a really long time to go up this, so if you're southbound, this is gonna suck. But since I'm going north, I'm going down, so at least I'm happy about that. Now I am going down into this little gap to go into town, and then after I'm done, I don't know if you can see it, but I have to climb back up that mountain. So I'm hoping my climb up there isn't as bad as this one is. Anyway, I'm almost to the bottom, so now I just gotta wait for my bus. Going over a bridge, and there's the Scotia, I think that's how you say it, Scotia River. Next to an old train station here. Seems to be where they do all their maintenance too. This place is huge.
So my friend and I did section height New Jersey. We came southbound. Day 2, we saw 5 bears. Almost, I think close to a handful from PA. It was unbelievable. You don't get that many. It's just a hit or miss when we do it. They're pretty cool.
That's too close for me.
Oh no, there's fence. There's fences.
Oh.
They have different areas. They put them on this side, they graze, and then different time of the year they move them over. It's a nature preserve, and there's nice trails around it.
I know some people don't like this, but this is pretty cool to me. They put a lot of effort into building all this.
Your next adventure is in the fishing section. You've reeled in a few laundries. Maybe you've lost a bait or two. Maybe you're missing that one special lure you still need. Gear up now to help from Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Shop all the best fishing gear from brands like XPS, Johnny Morse Rods and Reels, and Worldwide Sportsman. You've got fish to catch. Let us help your lure connect. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Well, I just got taken into town by a trail angel named Pinnacle. He's part of a local trail club here. He took me into Walmart, then Cabela's, then the Wawa, and then by the time we're done with all of that, it was 11 o'clock, so I said, let's go to Red Robin for lunch, and I bought him some lunch because he was so nice. And now he just dropped me back off on trail, and it's 12 o'clock. I still got half the day left. That's not too bad. Let's see how many miles I can put in. But I got everything I needed. So, and I was gonna wait for the Cabela's shuttle, but I was still like an hour before the shuttle would have showed up. So I just took this guy's offer. So worked out good anyway. Well, like I said, now it's 12 o'clock and I still got half the day to put some miles in. The only thing I'm worried about now is walking up this mountain with a full pack. That's going to be a little tough, but I'll just take it slow, see how far I can get today. Okay, I stopped to take a break at this place called the Pinnacle. And I've got about 5 miles left to go today, but there's supposedly a really awesome view out here. So let's go take a look. Yeah, that's pretty good. 6:30, almost to the shelter. And supposedly this is a nicer shelter with actual toilets that flush in solar showers, which means if I take a shower, I'll be taking a cold shower, I'm sure, because there's no more sun. 6:30, sun's gone. But the trail was terrible this morning. And then when I got back from town, the trail was terrible. And these last 5 miles have been like this, down an old gravel road. So this is fantastic. This saved me. If this road wasn't here, I never would have got to this shelter before dark. So thank you, gravel road, because the rest of the day sucked really bad. And my feet are killing me again. But anyway, I'm almost there. And I got that nice view today. That was an unexpected present. And what else? It's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow morning, so I'm sure I'll be miserable and wet tomorrow. But today turned out to be a pretty good day. I mean, I did 15 miles this afternoon. Starting at noon, I did, from noon to now, I did 15 miles. So that's pretty crazy. So I guess I got my energy back. I thought it was these rocks. Well, it's partially these rocks, but I think I just haven't been feeling the best. But yesterday and today, I seem to have gotten my energy back, putting in some good miles. So hopefully that'll keep going. This is where I'm staying tonight. And over here is the bathroom / shower. And here's the guy's house that takes care of all of it. So that was nice that we have water. He even gave us Freezy Pops for dessert. And now I'm going to bed. Hello everybody. June 27th. I just left the shelter. Supposed to get some rain off and on today. And I'm only going 12 miles today because from here to the end, basically the next 60, I think it's 60 miles of Pennsylvania, water is extremely hard to find. So I am going to bounce from water source to water source because the last 2 days, or the last 3 days actually, I've had to, well no, not yesterday, but the last 2 days before that I had to carry water to camp. Yesterday there was just a really big gap without water, but I had water at the shelter, but water is getting really hard to find. And so from now on, like I said, from here to the end of Pennsylvania, I'm just going to stop where the water is because it's really causes trouble. I mean, obviously you need water. And I know I'm dehydrated because I didn't go to the bathroom at all last night. So 12 miles today, and there's a hostel which has water, and a restaurant, so that works out. But I'm staying there because that's where the water is. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go 20 miles. And in those 20 miles, there's no reliable water sources. So I might find water tomorrow or I might not. So that's, like I said, that's the way this is gonna be for the next 4 days. So it's going to be kind of weird. But yeah, so that's the way I'm going to do it. 12 miles today, 20 tomorrow. And I'm sure I'm going to get wet today. So I'm going to be miserable. And it's kind of funny, I'm talking about not being able to find water and get soaked. But that's just the way it is. Yesterday, I ended up doing 17 miles, I think. But that was a long day. So I feel pretty good. Oh, also today there's supposed to be a big, huge boulder field that I have to go through, and I'm not sure how long that's going to take me. So 12 miles might not be as easy as it sounds. I guess we'll find out how big this boulder field actually is. Might not be a big deal. I'll show you when I get there. I think I found the boulder field everybody was talking about. Let's see how long this goes on for. As far as I can see. Okay. I'm gonna put the phone down now. Try not to fall. And here is the beautiful view at Dan's pulpit. I'm sure it looks even better when the clouds are not here. But it's beautiful today. It's been about a half hour and I'm still walking through the boulder field. Well, I got out of the big boulders, but now I got these little rocks, and I found the rain. I got my umbrella on though, so not getting too wet. And now I gotta walk on wet rocks, which are nice and slippery. Well, the rain stopped, but the boulders are back. I got a feeling this is going to be an on and off all day thing. Oh. So this is where I'm staying tonight. It's the Lookout Hostel. And I guess it's called the Lookout because you can look out and see a great view there. It is on a really busy road though. Very noisy, so I hope that stops tonight. I don't want to hear that all night. So one thing about the hostel is I'm in their garage right now, and this is their shower because their water pipe is blocked. So I have to take a solar bag and take a shower out here, and if I have to go to the bathroom, there's the porta potty right there on the outside of the door. Not the greatest setup for a hostel, but hopefully they'll get it fixed soon and they'll be back to normal. But they are very nice. That little guy by my watch, thought that was a speck of dirt. Nope. It's a tick. He's little. At least I got my own room tonight, all to myself. And I got an excellent view.